It was supposed to be an ordinary evening, nothing out of the usual. I had come home from work earlier than expected, looking forward to spending a quiet night with my wife, Laura. The house carried the faint, warm scent of dinner, and everything seemed calm. But the moment I walked into the living room, something felt off. Laura was sitting on the couch, laughing softly at something on her phone. Beside her, far too close for comfort, was her best friend, Emma. There was a look between them, something unspoken yet powerful, and it sent a shiver of unease through me. I tried to ignore it, brushing away the thought that maybe I was reading too much into things. But then Laura turned to me with her familiar smile, and the words she spoke in that calm voice pierced me deeper than any blade. "John, Emma and I were talking, and there's something I think I need to tell you." The way she said it was steady, almost gentle, but beneath it was a tension that made my chest tighten. I had no idea that in the next few moments, my world would collapse. For years, I believed our marriage was strong. Laura and I had been together for nearly 7 years, and though we had our arguments, we always managed to find our way back to each other. Emma had been part of that bond too. She was Laura's best friend since childhood, and over time, she had become part of my life as well. She was funny, charismatic, and loyal, or so I thought. Together, the three of us shared countless memories. Vacations, family gatherings, and quiet evenings at home. They were inseparable, and I trusted them both completely. But something about that night felt different. During dinner, Laura barely spoke. She fidgeted with her fork and kept stealing quick glances at Emma, who for once wasn't her bubbly self. Instead, Emma seemed nervous, as if she were waiting for something to happen. When we had cleared the table, Laura finally spoke. Her big brown eyes locked onto mine, the same eyes that once gave me comfort. "John," she whispered, "there's something you need to know. It's about Emma and me." I froze. "What do you mean? What's going on?" She inhaled deeply, her hands trembling. "Emma and we've been seeing each other." The words struck like lightning. My chest tightened, and I felt as though the air had been ripped from my lungs. I stared at her, unable to process what she had just said. "You've been what?" My voice cracked. "For how long?" Emma's gaze dropped to the floor, her face pale with guilt. Laura's eyes welled with tears as she finally confessed. "For over a year. I didn't mean for it to go this far. I still care about you, John. But I can't deny what I feel for her. I love her." My stomach churned. Betrayal surged through me like fire. This wasn't just my wife cheating. It was with the one person I had welcomed into our lives without hesitation. My trust, my marriage, everything I believed in had been torn apart. "You've both lied to me for a year?" I asked, my voice sharp and unsteady. "You, Laura, the woman I trusted more than anyone. And you, Emma, you were supposed to be my friend." Emma opened her mouth, but I cut her off. "Don't. I don't want to hear a single word from you." Laura broke down, tears streaming as she whispered, "I'm sorry. I never wanted to hurt you." But her words meant nothing. The weight of betrayal was too heavy. I stood slowly, my fists clenched, my heart pounding in rage. "This marriage, this trust, it's all gone," I said coldly. "You've destroyed everything. But don't think I'll let this slide without consequences." I left the room without another glance, the walls of our home suddenly suffocating. I didn't know where I was headed, only that revenge burned like fuel inside me. The following days blurred together, a storm of anger and heartbreak. But instead of drowning in it, I took control. The first step was to call a lawyer. I filed for divorce immediately, citing her infidelity. I wasn't going to let her betrayal bind me any longer. But that wasn't enough. I dug deeper into Emma's life, piecing together fragments from social media, old conversations, and mutual friends. I didn't lash out recklessly. I was deliberate. Quietly, I exposed the truth. People they had trusted soon learned of the affair. I didn't embellish or exaggerate. I simply revealed what they had worked so hard to hide. Their carefully built world collapsed around them, just as mine once had. Meanwhile, I took my own life back. I reconnected with old friends I had neglected, poured energy into my work, and focused on myself. Each step forward was like reclaiming another piece of the man I had lost. Months later, Laura and Emma reached out. They wanted to talk, to explain themselves, to seek some form of closure. I agreed, but by then, I wasn't the same broken man they had left behind. When we sat down, Laura was the first to speak. Her apology sounded hollow, rehearsed. John, I didn't want you to find out the way you did. I love you, but I love Emma too. I looked at her with no trace of softness left. You didn't just hurt me, Laura. You destroyed yourself in the process. You ruined everything we built, and now you have to live with that. I turned to Emma. And you? You weren't just part of this. You were my friend. And you betrayed me just as much as she did. They had no answers, no excuses that could undo what they had done. For the first time, I realized their remorse didn't matter. What mattered was that I was free. Walking away from them, I felt something I hadn't in months: peace. The life I had before was gone, but I was stronger now. The greatest revenge wasn't in destroying them further. It was in reclaiming myself, in moving forward without them. Sometimes, the best revenge isn't about making others suffer. It's about refusing to let betrayal define you. About letting go and building a better life for yourself. And that's exactly what I chose to do.